Hi guys, I'm Jadif and I'm going to compare all of the tools in s&box to the tools in Garry's mod. So I've already covered the balloon tool in a previous video on this channel itself. So now it's time to move on to the duplicator tool. So in s&box, for example, let me just spawn in this couch right here. Now of course I can right click to copy and I can paste wherever I want. I can also paste this couch through the other couches as well, although they will start to glitch out a little bit. There they go, it's just launched in the air a bit. And this is what happens if I just spawn in a bunch of couches inside each other. So yeah, one of the simplest tools in the game, and this is what it looks like in s&box. Now let me spawn in the same couch in Garry's mod as well. And from here, let me also equip the duplicator. And once again, I can right click to copy and left click to paste. Now one thing you'll notice is that the silhouette in Gmod is a lot more simpler compared to the silhouette in s&box. Like this one right here is simply a geometric shape. The silhouette on s&box actually looks like the couch on the other hand. Interestingly enough guys, in Garry's mod you can't actually spawn stuff inside other stuff. Like I can try to, but it will immediately launch into the air. So it's a little bit worse than s&box, I suppose. So right here from base, you can choose what it's going to look like. So we can make it look either like a speaker, which is what it looks like right now, or we can make it look a bit basic. You have to left click on the thing and then click on select. And this basically looks like a hot dog can. From right here you can choose what effect you want this emitter to have. You can choose between blood, sparks and vomit. Now what you'll notice on this page is that there's no controls for this emitter right here. Instead you have to hold down on the C button in s&box and then left click on the emitter, and now you'll get the context menu for it. And from right here you can also turn it on. And look at that, that's how it works. Now next, coming back to the emitter itself in Garry's mod, you can't choose what your emitter itself is going to look like. Like this is what it looks like. I'm not even sure what that thing is modeled after. But unlike s&box, which gives you only 3 different options, here you can choose between smoke, glass breaking emissions, cell casings falling to the ground, dirty water splashes, etc, etc. Now in Garry's mod, when you equip a camera, the emitter machine itself will disappear, but the emissions will remain visible. In s&box on the other hand, when you equip your camera, both the emitter and the emissions will be visible. So this is not all that great if you want to do something cinematic in s&box. So yeah, the emitters in Garry's mod are definitely better as of right now. Okay, next up under the constraints tab in Garry's mod, we have the hydraulic tool. I can choose the distance for the hydraulic tool, the speed, etc. I'm also going to choose the rope model right here. So let me spawn in one barrel right here and another barrel right here, and with the hydraulic tool I'll click on one barrel first and then on the other barrel. And now when I press a button on my keyboard, you can see that the hydraulic tool will start to come in action. If I keep pressing on it, it will keep repeating the animation. So this rope is basically like a hydraulic pole or whatever at this point of time. So in s&box, I'm going to spawn in a fridge, a couple of them actually. Now I've chosen the hydraulic tool. Let me click on one fridge first. So something you'll notice in s&box is that I get this little grid in order to place my hydraulic tool. This is not something you'll get in Garry's mod. So let me place it right here. Also, the hydraulic tool itself actually looks a lot more cooler than what we have in Garry's mod. And this just looks like a piece of cardboard, I would say. Now let me hold down the C button and click on the hydraulic tool. From right here I can choose a lot of different settings, and when I'm choosing the settings itself, you can see the hydraulic tool starting to move. Look at that, I'm just messing with the settings and my washing machine is flying away. I feel like there's way too many settings to mess with in s&box compared to Garry's mod. So yeah, I'd say that the hydraulic tool is actually better in s&box compared to Gmod. The next tool we have in s&box is known as the stacker. So let me spawn in something like this pizza right here for example. And now when I hover over the pizza with the stacker, you can see that there's 2 imaginary pizzas attached to the pizza. When I hover away from it, they disappear. So let me left click on that, and I've basically attached a whole bunch of pizzas to my pizza right here. So it's kind of like a duplicator, but it actually stacks the duplications on top of the object itself. Or if I press the R button, it will also stack the duplications aside from the object. So yeah, this is a pretty cool tool. It seems like it would be especially useful for making obstacle courses and stuff like that. Garry's mod does have the good old duplication tool, but that's about it. It does not have anything like the stacker. So yeah, that was a quick comparison of the building tools in s&box versus Garry's mod. In the future, I'll also compare the constraints, render, and regular tools right here. Click here to see me compare the weapons of s&box to Garry's mod. So I've been Jadif, you've been my audience, thank you for watching, and goodbye.